I'm Michelle Ryder, editor of PrintIT Reseller. I'm here today with Nick Taylor, head of office print sales at Epson UK and Ireland. Nick, good afternoon, welcome, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Michelle. Looking forward to the conversation.
A great place to start. You've now been head of office print sales for 12 months, just over 12 months. So what have been the highlights of your first year at the helm?
Well, it's been a great 12 months. I've been with Epson for just over 5 years and had the honour of taking over from Richard Wells, the previous head of sales, who did a fantastic job. It's been a really busy last 12 months, actually. We've implemented a new partner programme, which really is designed to help our partners utilise the wider Epson technologies around scanners, wide format printing, projection, robotics. And we've had some good success on the back of the revised partner programme. We've also had some great project wins off the back of some new product developments and some new product launches. In 2023, we launched the AMC A3 devices, but we've expanded that portfolio to include a lot more A4 units. And we've recently launched our replaceable impact system, our RIPS devices, in the A4 and A3 space. So that's been really successful. And probably most importantly, we've moved offices. So we were in Hemel Hempstead in a very large building. We've moved to a much more ecologically sustainable new build in Watford, which is the home of our UK and European colleagues and staff. So yeah, it's been a busy year.
I think it would be remiss to not mention Epson's heat-free technology. It's a key differentiator in the MPS market. And I know from talking to many of your channel partners that there is a real value add in the sustainability piece, and that does give them a competitive edge in what is a difficult market, a commoditized market at the moment. You've mentioned the AMC range, which plugged an important gap in your portfolio 2023. So in terms of market share, where's Epson now sitting now?
Yeah, you're right to mention the AMC launch 2 years ago. Previously to that, we had quite a big chasm in our range. We had a 25-page a minute A3 device and a 60-page a minute A3 device. And most of the market is in between those product segments. So launching the AMC devices was critical to our success, and it's allowed us to address a much wider market opportunity. We don't sell any of our products directly, and the sustainability message with heat-free technology is absolutely the sustainability message with our heat-free technology underpins everything that we do. Our partners have really taken that message and the product set that we have and run with it and had some great success. So we're not just winning run rate business, but in FY24 we had a stellar year on project opportunities in particular. I think that's fueled by really the requirement and the desire for larger organisations in particular, both in the corporate and public sector, to be more sustainable. They all have directives to look at their environmental credentials, and Epson's heat-free technology plugs that gap for printers. Of
course, they're built with sustainability in mind, that they're sustainable to run because the heat-free technology obviously doesn't require as much energy, etc. But they are also long-lasting, so they're in the field longer, all of which makes a great message for businesses that are obviously looking to reduce carbon impact.
Yeah, absolutely. As a I suppose an example of what you've just mentioned there, we recently launched an 8-year warranty on all of our products. All of our office print products, our managed print products, are eligible for an up to 8-year warranty because there's really very little spare parts that are required in our devices, mainly just the rollers that are in the document feeder and the paper trays. So because of the low intervention model with very few parts, they are extremely robust and reliable.
We've talked about the MC range. You mentioned your RIPS devices. You've recently launched those. I think we featured those in PrintIT Reseller a couple of issues ago. So tell us a little bit more about those new and where they sit within the portfolio.
These devices use ink packs which have up to 86,000 prints in each pack, and they are extremely popular. They use a micro piezo serial print head. They're 25 pages per minute and they come in A3 and A4. All of them have dual scanning capability, very high print quality, and they integrate with all of the common solutions and softwares that are in the marketplace. They're priced extremely well in terms of both hardware and running costs, so cost per copy. But overall, they give our partners the comfort that they're very reliable in the field. They require very little service intervention. And because of that, they've been extremely popular. So the launch of the latest devices comes with some new features, a facelift, making them look a little bit more modern. But it's been very welcomed by our partners who already enjoy the success with our RIPS previous generation.
As a company, Epson does stand out for its strong commitment to sustainability, without a doubt, and you're very consistent in that message. What are the key elements, the top elements of the company's strategy and vision in this area?
Yeah, absolutely. Environmental sustainability is key to all of Epson's objectives. Our 2050 vision is to be carbon negative, and we're doing that through 4 ways. The first is decarbonisation. So how do we produce and manufacture our goods and get them to our end user customers in the most environmentally efficient way possible? The second is through closing the resource loop. So we talked previously about our 8-year warranty, but we may also be developing operations and processes around remanufactured and second life devices. Thirdly, how do we make and help our partners and our end user customers to become more environmentally sustainable? So from an end user point of view, we obviously have the heat-free technology. Those heat-free technologies use far less energy than typical laser printers. And from our partners' point of view, it means that because of the low intervention model, they need to visit their end user customers far less frequently. And finally, around innovation. All of our devices are designed to be compact, efficient and precise. And we also follow the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
Looking ahead to next year, what plans have you got in place in terms of product roadmap and indeed channel strategy? Now, you've mentioned refurb, reman devices potentially are on the horizon. That's really interesting. Is that something that you see as imminent, or is that something in the long-term roadmap?
In terms of product roadmap, I would say that the devices and the fleet of devices that we have right now are pretty much there. We don't really have any major gaps in the range that we did a few years ago. The number one thing that we're going to try and do over the next 12 months is really double down on the commitment and the support that we give our channel partners. So we're one of the only players in the market that don't sell directly, and we rely 100% on our partners to take our unique heat-free technology to the end user customers. So for us, it's about how can we help our partners grow their business, our mutual business. How can we help them find new opportunities in both the private and public sectors, and what can we do to deliver heat-free technology to more end user customers that are looking for more sustainable IT solutions in the marketplace.
And I know from talking to your partners that they value that relationship with you, and you're already seeing the reward of the reinvigorated partner program and the cross-selling opportunities you're opening up to partners in terms of accessing the wider Epson product base. So it all sounds you've got a busy year ahead of you as well.
We do. We absolutely do.
So Nick, thanks a lot for joining me today. I've enjoyed the chat, and I look forward to finding out more over the coming months.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me.